Hello students, today I am going to begin new chapter 8, torque acting on a current carrying loop when it is placed in the external magnetic field. Torque acting on a current carrying loop when it is placed in the external magnetic field. So as you know, you have studied in the previous chapter that a current carrying circular coil, it behaves like a magnetic dipole, means when current flows in a circular coil, then it will behave like a magnetic dipole and it will produce magnetic field at its center as well as along the axis. It will produce its own magnetic field. And what is the magnetic field produced by a current carrying circular coil at the center? B equals to mu naught Ni upon 2R, where R is what? Radius of the circular coil, N is the number of turns in the circular coil, and I is the strength of current. In the same way, if we take the current loop of any other shape, not necessarily circular, if we take rectangular shape, if we take triangular shape, means we make a coil of rectangular shape and current is flowing this way. It will also produce the magnetic field. If we take of triangular shape, it may be of any arbitrary shape. The current loop may be of any arbitrary shape. Every current loop will produce magnetic field. It acts as a magnetic dipole. It acts as a magnetic dipole. Here one thing is very necessary, that every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. But every current carrying conductor is not a magnetic dipole. For example, toroidal solenoid. Toroidal solenoid is not magnetic dipole. It do not have any magnetic moment. A straight current carrying conductor produces magnetic field, but it is not a magnetic dipole. It's clear? It is the current carrying circular coil which works as a magnetic dipole. It produces magnetic field. It has two magnetic poles. And what will be the magnetic poles, so that you know if the direction of current in the coil appears anti-clockwise. For example, here direction of current is anti-clockwise. So there will be what type of polarity, so that you know if the direction of current is anti-clockwise, then the polarity is taken north. There will be north polarity. And if the direction of current appears clockwise, for example this way, then it will be south polarity. There will be the south polarity. It's clear? Means for this, direction of current is clockwise, therefore there will be what type of polarity? South polarity. So from here we know that a current carrying coil, it may be of any arbitrary shape. A current loop of any shape, it acts as a magnetic dipole, produces the magnetic field, has two magnetic poles, north pole and south pole, according to this. Now we also know that when a magnetic dipole whose magnetic moment is m, what is magnetic moment? It is a physical quantity which is the measure of the magnetism produced by it. It is a physical quantity which is the measure of its magnetism, power of magnetism. Means what is the power of the magnetism produced by this magnetic dipole. So magnetic moment, if there is a magnetic dipole of magnetic moment capital M, is placed in the external magnetic field B, then what will be the torque acting upon it? That already we have studied, that torque vector tau equals to vector m cross vector B. which we have deduced as vector tau equals to mb sin theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between vector m and vector b. Now what will be the direction of vector m? So about this also I have told that if you curl the fingers of your right hand, you curl the fingers of your right hand in such a way that curling is along the current, then thumb will give the direction of magnetic moment. Direction of magnetic moment, for example here these are the two circular coils. What will be the direction of magnetic moment? It will be always perpendicular to the plane of coil. Suppose this here, this is a rectangular coil, this is a rectangular coil. So what is the plane of coil? This is the plane of coil, this thing is the plane of coil. So magnetic moment will be always parallel to the always normal to the plane of coil. It will be either directed in that direction or it is directed towards me. Either it is directed towards you or it is directed towards me. It is clear? Means the magnetic moment direction will be always normal to the plane of coil. And what will be the exact direction? Because there are two directions, towards you as well as towards me. So there are two directions. How will you find? So you curl the fingers of right hand in the direction of current. Then thumb will give the direction of magnetic moment. For example here, if we assume that this coil is lying on the plane of board, it is lying on the plane of board, then what will be the magnetic moment in this case? In this case, normal to the plane of board in upward direction, in outward direction. This direction we can say outward direction. While here, how will you write? How will you see? Here you will do the curling in clockwise direction, curling in the clockwise direction. So thumb is normal to the board in the inward direction. So here magnetic moment outward and here magnetic moment will be inward. It is clear? If you see in the context of the plane of paper, because you will do every writing work on the plane of paper. So here it is perpendicular to the plane of paper upward. Here it is perpendicular to the plane of paper downward. It's clear? So that way you can find the direction. So here magnitude is given by tau equals to mb sin theta. Today I am going to deduce this formula. What will be this formula we already know. We have studied in the beginning that if a magnetic dipole of magnetic moment m is placed in the external magnetic field B, then what will be the torque acting upon it? It will be equal to tau equals to m into B into sin theta. It will be maximum when the coil is placed parallel to the direction of magnetic field. Coil is placed parallel to the direction of magnetic field means magnetic field direction is this. This is the plane of coil. It is placed tangentially to the lines of force, or lines of force are going tangentially to the plane of coil. Lines of force are going tangentially to the plane of coil. So what is the magnetic moment? Magnetic moment suppose in that direction, because it will be always normal to the plane of coil. So magnetic moment direction makes what angle from the field lines? 90 degree. So what will be the torque? Torque will be equal to tau equals to m into B into sin 90, that is sin 90 is 1, means maximum torque this coil current loop will experience when field lines are tangential to it, means its plane is tangential to the field lines, and when its plane will be normal to the field lines. Here field lines are this and this is the plane of the coil. In that case, vector m and vector b will be either in same direction or they will be in the opposite direction. When vector m and vector b will be in the same direction like this, this is the direction of vector b and this is the direction of vector m, theta will be 0 degree. And when they are in the opposite direction, vector b and vector m are in opposite direction, in that case theta equals to 180 degree. And as you know that sin 0 degree is 0. Sine 180 degree is 0. Therefore, torque will become 0. There will be no torque. There will be no torque. It is clear. So this is the torque acting on the current loop placed in the external magnetic field. Today I am going to deduce the formula of this. So you see here, this formula I am going to deduce. Now here we have assumed that there is a uniform magnetic field B. And I have taken a rectangular coil. I will derive the formula for this rectangular coil. Though it is derived for rectangular coil, but it will be correct for coil of any arbitrary shape. Coil, this formula has been deduced for rectangular coil because of simplicity in the calculations. It's clear. That's why, so that you can easily understand the torque acting, way of deduction of the formula. You can easily understand for the rectangular coil, but it will be true for coil of any shape. It may be triangular shape or any other shape of any current loop. It will be true. So see here I have taken, this is the uniform magnetic field B, and let at any instant the plane of coil is such that the lines of force are tangential to the magnetic field. Let me take out the pen. Yes, here I am showing one position in which the lines of force are going tangential to the plane of coil. Lines of force are going tangential to the plane of coil. You can see here. This is the position. Means, for the sake of simplicity, you assume that the field lines are along the plane of this board, and the plane of coil is also coinciding to the plane of board. In this case, and current is flowing this way. Current is flowing this way. In this case, what will be the magnetic moment direction? Magnetic moment direction is normal to the board, while magnetic lines of force are along the board. What will be theta between vector M and vector B? It will be 90 degree, and torque will be maximum. What will be the torque here? Tau equals to M into B into sine 90 degree. That is equals to, if you reduce it, if you solve it, simplify it, M into B into 1, that is equals to M into B. This is the maximum torque which plane of which current loop experiences. Which current loop experiences when the lines of force are tangential to the plane of coil. Means this way. Lines of force are tangential to the plane of coil. Now suppose when torque will act upon it, it will rotate. It is rotating, means suppose it is rotating this way, and this is another position with the plane of coil becomes normal to the field lines. When it becomes normal to the field lines, what will be the vector M? Vector M is in this direction. Vector B is also in the same direction. So what will be the torque? In that case, in the second case, here this is the case when lines of force are tangential to plane of coil. plane of coil. Now second case, when lines of force are normal to plane of coil. In that case, theta, which is the angle between vector m and vector b, it will be 0 degree. Tau equals to mb sine 0 degree. Sine 0 degree equals to 0. So it will become 0. Torque will become 0. It is clear. Now see here, we will see the formula for this. So suppose you name this coil as PQRS. Here I have named the coil as PQRS. Now firstly we will calculate the force acting on each segment. What is the force acting on segment PQ and segment RS? This I have taken PQ equals to B. Let the length of PQ I have taken as B, and length of QR it will be equals to L. And current is what current is flowing? I current is flowing. So see here, first you see how much force is acting on the segment PQ. So you can see on the segment PQ, what is the formula of force acting on a current carrying conductor? It is IBL sine theta. IBL sine theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between the direction of current and magnetic field. For PQ, what will be the theta? So for PQ, I is flowing in this direction, B is in that direction, theta will be 180. Theta will be 180, that is equals to IBL sine 180 degree. And as we know that sine 180 is 0, so IBL into 0, that will be equal to 0. This will be the force acting on segment PQ. What is the force acting on segment RS? If you see here, it will be IBL sine 0 degree. Why? Because current I and magnetic field B both are in the same direction. Sine 0 degree is 0, therefore it is 0. Means no force is acting over the segment PQ and RS. No force is acting over the segment PQ and RS. Now if you see here over QR and over PS, so you can see over QR, R over RS, the force will be equal. Here length is small b. Length we have taken small b. It's clear. Here length of these parts we have taken PQ and RS as small b. It is clear. Now what is the force acting on QR or on PS? So you can see here, current is flowing downward and magnetic field is this way, angle will be 90 degree. Here also current is upward, magnetic field is this, theta will be 90 degree. So what will be? I into B into L, because the length of these parts is equal to L, equal into sine 90. Sine 90 is 1, therefore it will be equal to IBL. This much force is acting over this, over QR and over RS. It is clear. Now see here, what will be the direction of force? That you can find by Fleming's left hand rule, IBF. This is the direction of I, middle finger, forefinger B, and this is the direction of F. So you can see here, middle finger in the direction of I, this forefinger in direction of magnetic field. So thumb is giving the direction of force. So what will be the force here? It will be perpendicular to QR and normal to the plane of coil, means in this direction. Normal to the plane of coil in inward direction. But if you see here, Here once again, this is in the IBF. I is upward, I is upward. You can see here. B is in that direction. It's clear. B is in that direction. So thumb is pointing normal to the PS and it is in the inward direction. Means you can see here, if I demonstrate it, then it will be here. I am demonstrating the direction of force. So if here in this direction, then here in this direction. Now you can see on this segment it is in that direction, and on this segment it is in this direction. While on these two segments, PQ and RS, there is no force. Now if you see here these two forces, the forces which are acting on the segment QR and PS, these two are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, therefore they will not set up any net force. They will not set up any net force. But what will happen to their line of action? Line of action are not coinciding. Those line of actions are parallel. This is its line of action is this along this pin, and here line of action is along this pin. It's clear. These line of actions are parallel. At what a distance? Distance between them is equal to PQ. Distance between their line of action is equal to PQ. So what will happen? They will set up a torque. Here these two forces which are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, acting in such a way that their line of actions are not coinciding. They are separated by a perpendicular distance small l. So what will happen? Because of this, a torque will set up. And what will be the magnitude of torque? If you see the magnitude of torque will be equal to, here you can see this force is acting in this direction, and here it is acting this way. So what will be the torque? 1 of the force multiplied by distance between them. 1 of the force multiplied by distance between them. So force is IBL, and perpendicular distance between them is equal to PQ here. It's clear? It is equal to this. This is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of both the forces. So it is small b. What is L into small b? L into small b will be equal to the area of the coil. Means what will be the torque acting upon it? It is equal to IBA. Torque acting on the coil will be IBA. So this is the torque acting on the coil in one specific position. In one specific position, this much torque will act upon the coil. It is clear? Now see the second position, this. It is clear? This is also a specific position. A specific position means here plane of coil is tangential to lines of force in this case. Here plane of coil is normal to the lines of force. In this case, what will happen when the torque will act upon it? So as soon as it will rotate, so see here magnetic field is in this direction, and this will what will happen to here? Current is in this direction, current will flow along this. So on this segment now force will not be zero. On segment PQ and on segment RS, force was zero when the plane of coil was tangential to magnetic field. It's clear? But now as soon as it rotates, there will be force on segment PQ as well as RS. But what will happen to their line of action? Here you can see on this force will act upward, and here you remember that the magnetic field lines are like this. It is from this way. These are this way, and now it has rotated from that position. So force acting on segment PQ will be this. Force acting on segment RS will be this. Now these two forces will be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, and such that their line of actions are coinciding. their line of action are coinciding. It's clear? Therefore, neither they will set up any net force nor they will set up any net torque. You can see here. Because of the forces acting on, means that I am going to show by a simple diagram here. Here these are the lines of force. And now the coil has rotated. Because of the rotation of coil, is still in the rectangular shape. It is shown in order to show the deflected position of coil. It is made in this way because of deflected position of the coil, though it is still in the rectangular shape. It's clear? So see here, when the coil will be in this position, means it is neither parallel nor perpendicular, there will be force on segment PQ. On segment PQ and on segment RS, there was no force under this condition. But now the force will act. Here force is acting in this direction. And here force will act in this direction. If you see here, these two forces will be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. But later I will show you that these two forces will be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, such that their line of action are coinciding. So what will happen? They will neither set up any net force nor any net torque. It's clear? Means still there is no force, no torque. It's clear? But what will happen to the forces which are acting on segment QR and on segment PS? On segment QR, force will act in this way. On segment PS, force will act this way. On SP. Now what will be the distance between here? You can see here, when the plane of coil was tangential to the magnetic field, here it was this way. Here it was this way. What was the separation between the line of action? Equal to this length. It's clear, which was L. But when it rotates, when it will rotate, what will happen to the distance between the line of action? It will reduce. It will reduce. You can see here, when it is in this way, what is the separation? Separation has decreased. Now separation has decreased. It has become less than L. And when it will become normal to the field lines are in this direction, field lines are in this direction. It is in this direction. So when it will become normal to the field, means this way, you can see here, these line of actions are coinciding. These line of actions are coinciding means now they will not set up any torque, because the line of action are coinciding, perpendicular distance has become 0. So here there is no net torque because of the forces acting on segment PQ and RS. Why? Because the line of action are coinciding. Similarly, when the plane of coil will become perpendicular to the magnetic field, what will happen? There will be no net torque because of the forces acting on segment QR and PS. That will become 0. That torque will become 0, means on the whole there will be neither any torque nor any force when the plane of coil is normal to the magnetic field. Now I am going to deduce this formula for some arbitrary position of the coil. Arbitrary position means when plane of coil is neither parallel nor perpendicular to the magnetic field, It's clear? So see here, you can see Here I am drawing some arbitrary position of the coil. When normal on the plane of coil, make an angle theta from the direction of magnetic field. Normal on the plane of coil, let us consider a rectangular coil such that it is situated in such a way that the normal on the plane of coil, which is the direction of magnetic moment, here this is a uniform magnetic field B. Let there is a current carrying rectangular coil such that the normal on the plane of coil make an angle theta from the direction of magnetic field. One more thing, when you are taking a rectangular coil whose surface is a plane surface, not the curved surface. Here this surface is curved. This surface is curved, so if you draw normal here, it will be in this direction. If you draw normal here, it will be in some other direction. But here on the plane surface, what will happen? Either you draw the normal at this point or at this point or at this point. At every point it will be in the same direction, which is not possible in the curved surface. At this point normal is this direction. At this point normal is towards me. At this point it is in this direction. It is clear. It will be in the different direction. It is clear. So here I have drawn the rectangular coil. This is the magnetic field B. Now, what is the normal on the plane of coil? This is P, Q, R, S. Current is flowing this way. I current is flowing. It's clear. Now, if you see at the location of PQ, you draw the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of magnetic field. It's clear. Normal you draw here, normal will be this, and it make an angle what? Theta from the magnetic field. This is the normal I draw. Similarly, if you see over the segment here, over the segment RS, current is this, and here magnetic field is in this direction. Make it little bit more. This. You can see here this is the magnetic field direction. Normal on the plane of coil will be what? Normal is making what angle? This. This you can take N dash. This is this point you can take N dash, and it is making what angle from the magnetic field? Theta. It's clear. So see here, what will be the force acting on the segment PQ, and here we have taken PQ equals to B and QR equals to L. QR equals to L, therefore PS is also equals to L, and here PQ equals to B, therefore RS is also equals to B. It's clear. So what will be the force acting on segment PQ? You can see here it is equals to I, as we know that force acting on a current carrying conductor, it is given by this formula. vector IL cross vector B. Vector IL is what? It is the current element vector. It is the current element vector. It is clear. So what will be the force here? Simply I am determining I. It is placed in what magnetic field? B. What is its length? It is equals to small b into sine of angle between current and magnetic field. Current is in this direction, magnetic field is in that direction. This angle is 90. So what will be the total angle between I and B? Total angle in between I and B, it will be 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta. If you evaluate it, so it will be IB into small b sine 90 plus theta will be cos theta. It will be the force acting on segment PQ. By using vector product rule, you can determine the direction. So see here, how will you place? You will place this along the current element vector and curling towards the magnetic field. So thumb is pointing upward, means the force acting over PQ will be what? Force acting over PQ will be this. On PQ, force will act in this direction. Now what will be on the segment RS? Here you can see current is this, magnetic field is this. Angle between current and magnetic field will be equal to this angle. How will you find? So as you know that this angle is 90, this whole angle is 90, and in this much is theta. So this angle will become now 90 minus theta. So what will be the force here? Here you can see force over the segment RS. So IB into small b, because the length is small b, sine 90 minus theta. Angle between current and magnetic field is 90 minus theta. So it is IB into small b into cos theta. So see here, now the forces are not zero. The forces are not zero. They are equal in magnitude. And here you will find its direction will be, when you will apply the right hand rule, the direction will be vertically downward. Vertically downward means it will be in this direction. It will be in this direction. So these two forces are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. FPQ equals to FRS equals to I into B into small b into cos theta. Theta is the angle between the normal on the plane of coil from the direction of magnetic field. These two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Such that their line of action coincides. Therefore, net force, neither there will be any net force nor torque. Neither there will be any net force nor torque. It is clear. There will be neither any net force nor torque. It will be zero. You can see here line of action are coinciding. It's clear. Now see here. Now you see over the segment QR and over the segment PS. So what will be the force acting on the segment QR and over the segment PS? You can see here. Here current is flowing downward, vertically downward. Magnetic field is horizontal. It is flowing vertically upward. Magnetic field is horizontal, means the angle between theta will be 90 degree for QR and SP. For these current segments of the current loop, theta equals to 90 degree. Therefore, when you will calculate the force, this will come out I into B into length of these parts is equal to L into sine 90, that is equals to IBL. This much force will act. What will be the direction of this force? So by applying Fleming's left hand rule, so it states that this is the direction of current, this is magnetic field, so this will be force. So here force will act in the outward direction, PQ, QR, and here force will act in what direction? Force will act in the inward direction, FSP. It's clear? Means the force will act in this direction. If you draw it separately, it will be something like this. It will be something like this. You can see here. Here, this length will be equal to PQ. This length will be equal to PQ. This you can name M. This XY you take. This you take as XY. So here this is the XY. On this segment force is in this direction, PQ, and here force is in this direction for FSP. What is its length? It will be XY will be equal to B. One more thing, normal over PQ, making what angle from magnetic field? Theta. So normal at any point over XY, you draw the normal here. This will be normal. It will make what angle from B? So here also it will be theta. Angle will remain same. So see here, you can draw normal here. This is the direction of magnetic field, this angle, and this is the normal over the XY. So this magnetic field vector making what angle from the normal? Theta. It's clear? So this angle will be theta. Now you complete the triangle in order to find the perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. So see here. What will be the perpendicular distance? It will be equal to xz. Perpendicular distance between line of action of both forces, that will be equal to xz. Here it is given xy is equal to b. Now see here, this angle is theta, so what will be this angle? This will be 90 minus theta. So what will be this angle? It will be theta. So we will find xz in terms of xy. So we will apply sine theta in triangle xzy. This is a right angle triangle, xzy. Sine theta equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is xz upon xy. Xz upon xy is b. So what will be xz? Equals to b sine theta. Xz will be equal to b sine theta. Means what is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of both the forces? It is b sine theta. So what will be the torque? As we know that torque is equal to 1 of the force multiplied by perpendicular distance between their line of action. 1 of the force is I into B into L. I into B into L. And what is perpendicular distance? It is b sine theta. So this is equals to I into B, and L into B already I have told that it is equal to the area of the coil. So IBA sine theta. This is the torque acting on this coil. Torque acting on this coil and on this current carrying rectangular loop when it is placed in the uniform magnetic field B. in such a way that the normal on plane of coil is making theta angle from the direction of magnetic field. It's clear? Now if the coil is having n turns, instead of having one turn, if it is having n turns, then this torque will become tau equals to NIBA sin theta. NIBA sin theta. It's clear? This much torque will act if there are n turns in the coil. So in this lecture only up to here. In the next lecture we will begin from the same point. It's clear? Thank you.